Geoffrey, set the scene for us on this deal. It seems to be a cross-holding, and there's a payment in shares and so on. So you're selling it, but you're still involved.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you look at what we've done as Lonrho, we understood the huge lack of aviation regional connectivity across Africa. So we've spent the last 4.5, 5 years building a network that covers East Africa, West Africa, and Southwest Africa, and the base platform for a proper Pan-African regional carrier. Our expertise was putting that network together and getting it up, running, operational, and I mean that's a successful business in its own right. But having created that Pan-African basis and the hubs on each of the corners of Africa, what we're now looking to do is take that, set it up as a standalone PLC business listed in London called Rubicon that will change its name to FastJet. And we've brought in Sir Stelios and his Easy Group as probably the world's leading low-cost carrier aviation specialists. And they're coming in, taking some equity in the vehicle, setting it up, and going to take our platform and our route network and really bring in the low-cost carrier expertise to take what we've developed and then grow it to a much, much bigger and larger and higher capacity Pan-African carrier. It's not about flying from Africa to the world. It's all about regional connectivity in Africa, which anybody who travels in Africa knows is a massive opportunity.
You talk about assets of $83.5 million US, and you say in the 15 months to December 2011, a loss after tax of $19 million. Most of the losses setting up and establishing parts of that network that you're talking about.
Absolutely, and I mean that's been our mandate was to build the route network and get the establishment on all sides of the continent, which we've now done. That's been an expensive exercise, just opening ticket offices, putting in IT systems, getting the systems operational. But what we've done is develop this platform that now a fantastically strong aviation team can come in with their expertise, take our platform and really grow something very large very quickly. It's a very exciting opportunity.
How would you describe the market? And perhaps you can give some ballpark figures. There is controversy, for example, in South Africa, our national airline SAA talking about going to certain destinations in Africa regularly. There's a view that it's not economic, and the answer is, well, it's strategic and we need to service these places. How much is natural demand and how much is putting in place, if you like, strategic links, which later will become natural demand routes?
I think there's a massive latent natural demand if you can get the pricing right currently. South Africa is very well serviced from an aviation perspective as a country. It's the rest of Africa that really struggles with connectivity. I mean, for example, in West Africa, often from one country, you fly back to Europe to go to the neighboring country. I mean, the market opportunity is clear. And there's really two things. One is there's a latent demand now for just connectivity and people's ability to move from country to country. And then secondly is the whole issue that flying in Africa compared to the rest of the world is incredibly expensive. So there's a massive opportunity to do a proper low-cost carrier model that brings down the cost of flights, and as a result of that, stimulates a whole new market that wasn't flying previously. And that can be people that are spending 20 hours on a bus journey will suddenly find they can actually do a 45-minute flight for the same price.
Looking at your investors, it does seem quite a complex deal. How would you explain in simple terms to investors in Lonrho that how this changes their company's structure, the balance of industries and so on in it? You say that your agribusiness sector is 33% of your activities, infrastructure 24%, transport 16%, hotels 14%. So how would this affect that? Obviously there are synergies too between those different elements.
Absolutely. I mean, in real terms, it's actually quite a simple transaction. We built an aviation platform and a route network. We've taken it out of Lonrho PLC. It's gone across into a separate standalone PLC listed on the London market. So Stelios and the Easy Group are coming in as into that structure and bringing in the management expertise to grow that platform. From Lonrho's perspective, we're still the major shareholder with 73% of that new listed aviation vehicle. But the reality is we've finished our investment program. We've established what we wanted to do, hit our objective, and the objective was always to, once you hit a critical mass, bring in the right people to take the platform and grow it. And there's better expertise than us in doing that, which comes with Sir Stelios and his management team. From Lonrho's perspective, that really puts the aviation division at sort of arm's length for us, shares times price, and I'm sure Sir Stelios and his team will run that business fantastically. From our perspective, our focus and the core of our operational businesses then focus on the agriculture and agri-logistics division, the oil services and support infrastructure division, and the hotels division. And those are our core operational businesses moving forward.
So when do things happen as a result of this, and what sort of growth do you expect? You must have done some projections on both passenger numbers and revenue.
Well, the transaction will be approved by Rubicon, the listed vehicles shareholders, on the 29th of June, and then go live on the 2nd of July. The transaction actually is closed and completed. So then there's this Rubicon listed on AIM, is its own aviation business, will change its name into FastJet and start exploiting that market. I really think, given the opportunities, and the Easy Group guys have spent a lot of time in Africa understanding the opportunities, understanding the market. I really think it's something that can grow and scale up very quickly into a very large airline.
That was Geoffrey White, CEO of Lonrho.